Welcome back to Week. My name is William. This is a part where I would normally say it's Monday morning. However, it is not Monday morning, it's Monday evening, because I spent the whole of the day, more or less, in the office, which is productive for me on this instance, and it's very, very boring viewing for you. So, haven't filmed any of that. I'm just walking up to the warehouse at the moment. I need to look out a couple of brackets to get welded up for some auger sales, or some auger package orders, should I say. They'll leave either tomorrow or Wednesday, and I need to go measure some things up. I need to measure up some attachments for Scott Plant. We're exhibiting at the Scott Plant show at the end of April, so I need to go get some dimensions of the footprints of things so I can work out a sort of rough plan as to where we are putting things. So, a productive day, albeit a boring one for you, but I'll go and get these brackets looked out. I'll show you them quickly, show you what else we've been up to. There's one other thing we've made a bit of progress on. I'll show you that, and that'll probably be us for Monday. Right, brackets looked out. That is a double pin bracket for a JCB 8018 and a cradle assembly for an Auger Torque 4500 max. That one there that will leave here, should leave here tomorrow if not Wednesday. Also, that is the mulcher foot from a couple of weeks ago, almost done, nearly ready for paint. There's some welding to be finished and some top plates, some bolt pattern plates to go on it, but it's making progress. It's been a bit of a slow one, that, so apologies Ian if you're watching this. It has been a whole lot slower than I suspected and expected it to be. However, it's nearly done, so that'd be good to get that out. I'm just back in the warehouse here, measuring up some things, as I said, for Scott Plant. We're going to make or get made a couple of stands for the breakers and for the Cangini flails, just to give things a little bit of height on the stand instead of everything just sitting on the floor. So I'm up just doing some measurements for that, measuring up some other attachments so I go back and I can make the floor plan. I roughly know what size everything is and where it can kind of all sit. So that's it for anything half exciting for Monday. There is more on tomorrow, so I'm not going to bore you here. Monday, done. See you in the morning. Tuesday morning, we're back at the warehouse. I'm in a forklift, or I was in a forklift. That's because we've had a couple of deliveries this morning. First one, that pallet there, a couple of G-rakes there for the trade show that we're doing next week. Also had a delivery, not this crate, but one similar. I'll cut the footage in here and let you see it. A big OMEF tree shear. It's a big version of the one I'm going to look for at the moment. But in this crate there should be a 200mm tree shear. Hopefully, if I picked the right crate. That was delivered a few weeks ago. I forget which episode, but it was in one of these episodes that we got a big stock order delivered. So I'm going to crack into this. Hopefully the right shears there. And yeah, we can go for there. Hopefully you can still hear me. I said I can't quite remember which episode these were delivered in, but this was an order of OMEF tree shears from Italy. They are not for here. They're for Andrew in our US warehouse. But because they're coming from Italy, same as we did the last time, we're going to get things here, we're going to compile a big container order, and then we'll ship them all out on the one load. That's something we've done before on this channel. I'll link the video up here. If you're on your mobile or your computer, you can click the link to watch that, where we loaded up a container of attachments from our warehouse here in Scotland and sent them to our warehouse in Denver, Colorado. That was the plan. It still is the plan for most of these tree shears. However, we've got an urgent order for one of them that I hope is in this box and not the other box. So I'm going to get this open, repack it, and we'll air freight that direct to the customer. This is complete lucky dip because I have no idea what stock is in which boxes. So we're about to find out. It's a 50-50 granted because it's either in this box or the other one. but I hope it's yes, as I was worried. Wrong box. Wrong box. Let me show you why it's the wrong box. So that is an OMEF BI200 tree shear, which is what we're looking for, granted. However, I'm going to leave it wrapped, so you just have to trust me here. That is a rotating version. Yeah, I want to leave it wrapped, I don't want to unwrap it. But you can see there's the rotating motor, the worm drive rotator will be there. I knew there was one of these in that shipment, I just didn't know which crate it was in. And of course, it turns out to be the crate that we opened, so that's annoying. I'll stick the lid back on this. I'll go and empty the other, bring the other crate in, and hopefully the right one is in that, and we can work out what we're doing with this, because I don't really have space in here to leave it inside, so it's going to have to go back outside. I'll probably have to wrap it again, but let's get the other one in first, make sure that is what we need, then we can worry about this, I guess. Right, let's try this again, shall we? Nice one. Right, let's try and get this out now. As is the normal here, we're halfway in the middle of a job, we've got a disaster site in the middle of the warehouse, and we need to stop what we're doing and go change task and do something else. However, that is because I had a last minute meeting come up this afternoon, which means I need to get to the welders, pick up the bracket for that breaker, take another bracket for something we're getting built for the trade show next week. So I'm going to go and do that first, get back, then get all this stuff out of here, and then work out how we're packing this shear to leave now tomorrow. Morning, hands up, this week is going to be a little bit patchy when it comes to content. We've just got a bunch of stuff on, and I'm trying to fit in filming and specifically making these videos in between doing the actual work. So days might be shortened, this week might be a little bit of a shorter video. However, we do have some exciting things coming up. We've got a show on next week, the Sports Turf Show, which by the time you're watching this will have already been there. I'm just up in the warehouse this morning. No actual orders going out, but I was taking out a couple of breakers, just working out how we're going to set them up for the show. This is the first show we'll be doing. We've got breakers with us, so just getting a few out of the boxes, kind of stacking them up here, coming up with a bit of a plan. And let me show you this. This is a prototype we got made a couple of weeks ago. It is a post driving tool for our GB breakers. So instead of having a chisel in for rock breaking, you have a post driving cup in there. Allows you to install posts, fence posts, as well as breaking concrete. Something we wanted to try and offer as an option. We didn't have a great solution for it so far. That is a prototype we got made locally that I picked up a couple of weeks ago. It's been sitting in here. It just, when I've got the breaker out there, I wanted to try it in it, make sure it was all good and it looked right. So that's something we'll start to get manufactured and offer for the full range of breakers, because obviously they differ depending on the size of the chisel. And then we'll maybe do 2 or 3 different sizes of cup to suit. So yeah, that's pretty cool to see that. I think this is, we'll probably maybe put another breaker on this box and then maybe one in the ground, and it will kind of do this for the breaker stand. I'm just going to leave them wrapped up though, because I don't want to handle them too much and risk damaging the paint. Yeah, other than that for today, I need to get to the office, got a couple of things to do. First of all, then we are talking about shows actually. We are going to Ingliston to the Royal Highland Centre to look at our show stand for Scotplant. The Scotplant, I'll put the details here. If you don't know, is the biggest construction show event in Scotland, and one actually of the biggest in the UK. We are exhibiting there. We exhibited there 2016 and 2018. It was postponed in 2020 for COVID, and we sat out in 2022. So this is us back now for 2024. Biggest area ever, much better location, but it is, I'll show you later on today when we get there, it is a bit of a strange shape. So just wanted to go see it so we can visualise kind of what it looks like in person. In last week's video, I was kind of playing about with the size outside just to see it, but I want to just, for the sake of a couple of hours, run over there, see the shape of it, work out a plan for how we're laying things out for when we get there. So that'll be this afternoon's job, and then I have a couple of Zoom meetings on later on in the evening. So busy day, might not be the most exciting content for you, but I will show you when we get to Edinburgh and show you around it. Yeah, unless anything else exciting comes up, that's probably us for Thursday morning. Right, excuse the wind noise, but here's a quick look at where we are at for Scotplant. So if you've been before, you'll know the entry is down. The entry's down there somewhere. Sorry, I'm trying to hold the microphone to avoid the wind noise. The way in is down there somewhere. You walk up this road and we'll be right in this space here. The main show area is over there. So hopefully it's a good enough space. We're just trying to work out, it's a funny shape. It's kind of triangular. It's down where these Harris panels are, 15 metres down from where I'm standing, and then in a triangle back to the back building there. So we're just trying to work out what the best layout is. So yeah, kind of different to see a place like this when it's completely empty, when you're used to it being full of stuff. But give us some ideas, give us an idea of the physical shape of the stand, and it's nowhere near level, which will be a thing that we'll need to consider. But yeah, let's quick run around. I'll give you some more details on that in the lead up to it. That was a quick look at our stand location for Scotplant at the end of April. I will, oh, the light's not very good there. I will of course give you some more information closer to the time. We're just trying to get things ready at the moment for what we're taking, what we're putting where, etc, etc. It is all, as much as this is quite a big stand for us, it's quite a small one comparatively to some of the other ones. So yeah, it's all relative. There is only just Laura and myself, so it's still a big undertaking. With that being said, we also have a show next week, slightly smaller one I mentioned earlier, the Sports Turf Show, so a couple of things to get ready for that over this weekend. However, today I have, or we both actually, Laura and I both have a big meeting about both the UK and the US businesses that's on this evening with Andrew and a couple of other members. They'll be chiming in on that meeting. Once I have some more details on it, I will of course try and share that with you. Otherwise, that's pretty much us for Thursday. There's a couple of orders from memory to go out tomorrow morning, and just a few things to finish off the month, and as I say, get ready for the show next week. Yeah, unless anything unforeseen comes up, it's Thursday. I'm on the way back up to the warehouse for 10 minutes here before I get to the office for the meeting. I'll catch you tomorrow. Friday morning, you join us in the office. No orders to go out this morning, a couple to get ready between today and over the weekend for Monday morning, but nothing specifically going out today. Just in here catching up with some quotes and some bits and pieces this morning, because, and I hope I can include this in this week's episode, we are going for the first look around a potential new premises. And I say potential, it's a little bit further down the road than that, but we're going for the first look actually around it this morning. Hopefully I can include some of it in here. If not, it should only be a few weeks before I can show you around. So catching up with some bits and pieces in the office this morning, going there just shortly, then we'll get back, need to get up to the warehouse, start getting some bits and pieces looked out for the Scots Turf Show next Wednesday. But other than that, that is all that's on the plan for this morning. I'm really excited to go see this, and as I say, I hope I can show you in this week's episode. If not, we'll be a few weeks down the line and I can definitely show you around. So yeah, that's us caught up for Friday morning. Let's go take a look around there, and then I'll show you what we're up to in the warehouse this afternoon. Been for a tour of the potential new premises. I did take some videos, but on reflection, I think just with the time scale that this video comes out, I'm not going to put them in here, just out of respect for everybody involved, and there's a few things you need to shake out before it can happen, so there's more than obviously just us involved in it. However, first time seeing in it, and pretty cool. Hopefully you can tell I'm excited about the prospect. It just will give us huge scope to do within reason whatever we want, and to try and build this business to the next level. Sounds so cheesy, but the next level. Yeah, I'll stop teasing you further, because as soon as I can actually show you some information I will. I'll keep the videos for just now. We might get them in a couple of weeks time. Just we're getting quicker and quicker. Again, we're on about a 2-week delay on these videos at the moment, so I don't think enough will have shook out and been put in stone by the time this video comes out, but by the next one or two I'll definitely have some more concrete info. So yeah, it is Friday lunchtime, and that's exactly what I'm going to get just now. Then we'll probably get to the warehouse for a couple of hours this afternoon. We're back in the warehouse. Today, Saturday, is going to be a little bit of a mixed bag, or it has been already. Just try to get as much tidied up order wise for Monday, along with getting as much possible ready that I can get ready for Tuesday. So starting off with the big GBN 70TL breaker. It's pretty much ready to go. The only thing left is to put a pair of quick release hydraulic couplers on it. That's chisel fitted, hoses fitted, hitch bracket fitted. There's a spare chisel in the box that will go with it. We'll get that on that pallet, we'll get it out. I was planning to deliver that personally to the customer because he is local. However, we are looking like we're going to be mega busy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I don't want to hold it up any longer. What I'll do, I'll put it out on pallet ways. As I say, it's local anyway. If there's any issues, we can go out, we can put it right, it's not a problem. I just want to get out to the customer in case they are waiting on it to go to work. Also, assembled or nearly finished assembling one of the Slanetrac RB80 brushes. That's to go to the show on Tuesday. I picked up a bracket, the bracket we dropped off, I think I showed you the other day at the welders for the G-rake. Picked that up, that's outside. I need to get some paint on that before the end of the day. So yeah, busy day so far. We've got the welding finished on the mulcher foot. I'll show you that when I can as well. That'll get painted at the start of the week. So yeah, productive so far. I'd like to get a bit more done in here before I call it a day, so I'm going to finish up this order completely, get it out. That's one thing done and ready for Monday. I have hoped to get a couple of other things ready to go for the show Wednesday, so they don't need to get done on Monday, but we'll just keep at it, see how far we get, and I'll give you an update shortly. Right, let me quickly fill you in what we're up to. Just prepping another order for Monday morning. This is one that's going out on a demo. I would show you a bit better, but I'm trying to leave the protective cover on it. It's an Auger Torque 8000 max with a double pin cradle hitch and a 350mm stump planer. If you've seen last week's episode, the end of that Saturday afternoon, I was testing out one of these 8000 maxes with that stump planer on a 2-ton excavator. Well, good friend of mine works on a golf course, and they have some stumps you need to take care of, and they've got a little 3-ton Yanmar, so we're sending this to them for a demo just to make sure it does what they need it to do, and then hopefully they keep it and we don't see it back. But yeah, it's not something that needs to go out to Monday, but I just want to get it done today, get that ready to go. Another thing checked off the list. Yeah, I'm gonna go finish this up, get it on a pallet, get it ready for Monday, and then probably call it a day because it's about 5:30 Saturday evening. So this place is a mess, but it is what it is. We're making progress. we're getting stuff done, but I just wanted to quickly show you around that just now.
It is 6:15 on Saturday evening, and William has been in here pretty much all day. I came up to see what he was doing, see if he was needing a hand, even though he keeps telling me no. But he's been busy sorting orders for next week. And we are just getting obviously ready for the Scottish Turf show on Wednesday. The lorry's coming in on Monday afternoon to pick up all the pallets for that, for us to set up on the Tuesday, ready for the show on the Wednesday. So that's quite exciting. So as well as obviously getting orders ready, because it's a busy week next week with the show being on, and then also try to get some stuff orders out. In here right now, you can hardly swing a cat. So yes, it's a bit busy and a bit pandemonium coming in here this afternoon, but first this evening. But we're getting there. So yeah, we're just getting finished up for tonight, and then that should be us probably for the week.
Sunday morning, Woody and I are up in the warehouse for a couple of hours this morning before we've got some things to do Sunday afternoon, so we're up here getting some things done, just doing a bit of tidying up, getting some more things ticked off for the start of the week. Put some paint on, you probably can't see it but it's over my shoulder there, the forklift bracket for the G-rake for the show on Wednesday. We also got a delivery, a stock order from Auger Torque yesterday. It was 2 X2500s, 3 3500 max and 2 4500 max auger drives. Now we normally buy these in container form in bigger volume than this, but this is just to tide us over until our container gets here. We've got one on order. It should be shipping in the next week or two, so probably 6 weeks to get here. It's a few weeks away, but we need some in the meantime, so that keeps us going. Other than that, there's another bracket for an order tomorrow. I'm going to go and get some paint on. Just trying to knock an hour or two out today, try and save myself on it tomorrow. Other than that, that's pretty much us for the week. Nothing going to be terribly more exciting to show you today, but that's us for the week. Thank you again if you've made it all the way to the end of this week. Tune in next week's episode. We'll be going to the Scots Turf show on Wednesday. We'll be going there on Tuesday to set up display on Wednesday. So that should hopefully make for some good viewing. Otherwise, thank you again for making it all the way to the end. Any comments, any feedback on this week's episode, let me know in the comments below. And when you're down there, if you could press subscribe as well, it would be much appreciated. And I'll see you next week. Cheers!